I had been asked to speak in Omaha, Nebraska. This was several years ago. And I'd flown in that morning and was dressed, ready to speak at the downtown Marriott. And I was on the shuttle going from the airport to the Marriott. The only other two people on the shuttle with me was a mother and her senior in high school daughter. And I knew this because they were chatting, and the daughter was a nervous wreck. She had to meet with the admissions people for Creighton University. This was her college of choice. She was doing a campus visit, and she had an interview with the admissions people she was convinced she was going to do terribly at. And she was a nervous wreck, and the mother was trying to put her at ease, but it wasn't really working. So the driver of the shuttle caught ear of this, and he said to himself, I'm going to help this girl out. So he began pointing out the window as we drove all of the world-class tourist sites of Omaha, Nebraska. I did learn that there's a bridge in Omaha where you can stand in two states at the very same time. Well, when the driver realized this wasn't really working either, he went right at the source. He said, you know what? Those Creighton University people, don't worry a thing about them. He said, they're normal people. They put their pants on one leg at a time. They go to work. You're going to do great. He said, I bet you get great grades back at home. The mother was like, oh, she does. He said, and by the way, if they don't take you, if they don't admit you, they're fools. They're idiots. And they don't know what they're doing, and it's their loss. None of this was really landing. I was in the back of the bus doing my very best to keep my head down, look out the window, but I knew my turn was coming. He was glancing in the rearview mirror, and eventually we caught each other's gaze. He looked at the way I was dressed, and he just said simply, so what do you do? Well, being me, I sat up, and in my clearest voice, I said, I'm the director of admissions for Creighton University. And I leaned over to the young lady, and I went, good luck. Well, everybody on the shuttle had a big laugh. They knew right away I was joking. And the young lady kind of relaxed. You could see her whole posture change. And for the remainder of the ride, everybody was kind of at ease now. And by the time we reached the Marriott, we all got out. The driver got our bags onto the curb, and there was this awkward moment. And then we began hugging each other. Do great in the interview. You're going to be fantastic. High-fiving. Have a great speech. Great. It was really remarkable. I have a clicker here somewhere. There it is. The only wealth you keep forever is the wealth you give away. This is kind of an odd, counterintuitive way to begin in a room full of business leaders. This quote is from the Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius in the 2nd century. Now, old Marcus, he ruled over the known world at the time. So this guy had armies and palaces and gold-plated toilets and a toga that probably cost more than my car. But even he understood that the only lasting things of value are not the things you can hoard and keep, but they're the things you give away.